Criteriums. It's either one of those things that you love or you hate. How to train for them. How to be effective at racing a criterium. Well, I'm going to finish this video in 30 seconds. I'm going to give you the #1 tip to be great at criterium racing. All you have to do is do more criterium races. There you go. That's the training, all the training you need. This video is done. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so yes, doing more and more criterium racing is going to be ideal for becoming better at criterium racing. But when it comes to the actual components of fitness, there's 3 things that you need to focus on. So the first thing is your sprinting ability. The second thing is your threshold power. And the final thing is your ability to repeatedly accelerate after a brief recovery period. So let's talk about the first thing, your sprinting ability. If sprinting is not your strength, then that's okay. You're probably going to go for the second strategy, which is to break away either earlier or later in the race and do a solo to the finish and win the race that way if time trialing is more your strength. But if sprinting is your strength, then it's going to make sense that you do 20 to 30 sprints a week so that you really can fucking hone in on that mad sprinting power so that you can have the best chances of success when it comes down to a group sprint at the end. Now, some criteriums are so hard where you've got a lot of up and down, so that thins the field out completely and you can just win because it's a matter of survival. It's just the strongest that can hang on. But most criteriums aren't like that. Most criteriums are flat and involve a lot of cornering, at least 4 corners for a criterium, and they're usually short circuits anywhere from 600 meters to 2 kilometers. So that is in essence criterium racing, and once you understand the demands of it, it'll be easy to train for it. So when it comes to sprint training, in addition to the 20 to 30 sprints that you will do a week, you're also going to want to focus on weight training, because if you want to really improve your sprint, you've got to have that absolute maximal power. So you want to go heavy, you want to do like that 1 rep max type stuff and 6 rep max and 10 rep max type weight training. So you really want to do the leg press, the squats, those kind of things that'll really give your muscle fibers the maximum Newton meter torque on the pedals. Okay, you want to have those quadzillas, you want to get quadzilla gains. So that's it when it comes to sprinting. Now when it comes to training your time trialing ability or threshold, then you want to do intervals like 2 times 20 minutes or even 6 times 10 minutes if you want to break it down into smaller interval chunks. And that way you'll find that when it's time to go solo, you're going to have the punch to just hold it all the way to the end. And the final thing which you must train, whether you're a sprinter or your strength lies in time trialing, is the repeated ability to accelerate after a brief recovery. And for that, this workout, Tabatas, is going to help you the most. Now, what is a Tabata? What is a Tabata interval set? It's basically when you do 20 seconds on and recover for 10 seconds, and then you repeat that 8 times. So I would suggest, depending on how long your criterium is, doing anywhere from 2 sets for a workout all the way up to 5 sets. So that you just have that ability to always be strong in the acceleration after the brief recovery period. So this is basically the best thing that you can do if you don't have many criteriums and you want to train for a criterium. And also what you can do is train your cornering skills. So it's not just about fitness, you also want to have bunch skill, cornering skill, but when it comes just to the essential fitness components, you've got the sprint, the threshold, and the repeated ability to accelerate. And even if your strength isn't sprint, I still recommend training them, and the same for the sprinters, I recommend training the threshold, just so you can hang in when the pace gets hard. So you want to train all 3 of those components, but you want to focus more on where your strengths lie.